Wind in our laughter, new lines on the map we're gonna trace. Not Pali calling, we're on our way. Green cliffs rising from a glassy bay. Hold your breath as the blue turns deep. Kauai in your hands, this moment we keep. Oh, not Pali calling, come sail with me.
Small pod right here, maybe about 50 or so.
Look at his fans just chewed up and crazy. A couple of bar brawls with that guy. There's a little lady right here. So you can tell by the dorsal fin, yeah? This one's straight up, male in front of us, and you see the female. She's got more of a hook to the back of her dorsal fin. Yeah, this is a big pond. Let me see the camera too. Is that on photo? Yeah, I got you.
Okay there.
You're hugging. You gotta be real careful. So we have the counts. That's the first test that I did. Yeah, same thing. Line coming around. Yeah, it's good fish.
Hello. Oh, so cute.
So the dolphins can have a longer and thicker body and a sharper, taller dorsal fin on the tail. And the females have a little bit of a shorter body and a shorter dorsal fin. I'll let you guys know why. I'm definitely not a marine biologist. Yeah. That's not a great swap. Okay guys, once again, Hawaiian spinner dolphins. Hundreds of them. Let's enjoy it while we can together. That's right, I'll dump David.
There's one with a baby somewhere right here, guys.
We got one baby to the starboard right here.
Oh, it's a baby.
So the females, you guys, they're only gonna nurse that that pup for the first year. Here comes that baby to the surface, right? About 2 seconds. There it is.
Oh, so cute. That's a tiny one.
See that little fellow, huh? Lionel, that little fellow is scared for his life right now. Small little baby fish, you guys can see just one down there.
They're shaking.
He's shaking. Oh, they're making another dolphin right here, you guys. Cover the eyes. Now, but these animals are very friendly. That's how they socialize with one another, by running or swimming into each other, full blast, and bumping each other or mating.
Are there any regulations? I'm guessing not. On how far away you have to stay.
Alright, you guys, so we have our 32 passenger vessel here at Kauai 3. Alright, you guys, I think we can officially check seeing dolphins off the list. It's getting super hot, you guys. Let's get moving.
Salt on the breeze, sky like a painted dream. Cliffs rise up from the deep. We're chasing green on blue. Spray on my face, footprints of ancient days. We're just guessing this place, gliding into the view. Now Pali, calling my name, every curve, every wave. Let the coastline carry us slow, from the valley to the billbow. Pali, open your arms, golden water in my heart. Take a breath, let it all unfold. This is Kauai, this is home. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is
bright yellow all the way to blood red when it gets to about sunset, and then it'll drop off. But that lumber that they use, pivotal for their outrigger canoes, and the bark you could also use for. We didn't have any zip ties or duct tape back in the day, so we had to lash things together. How tall the waves get out here. You see this little cliff face here. You'll start to see some white gray stuff on it. That's all salt. This is the smaller end of where the surf hits. Sometimes our waves will get 40, 60 feet tall out here. Sometimes even bigger than that when we get hurricanes or big storms in the area. This next waterfall that you guys are seeing, this is called Vainapa. Now normally it's doing this thing at sunset, but Vainapa means shimmering fresh water. And then right behind that waterfall there's a lamatu that these birds are getting into. Now these birds are the snow-crested nodding terns, also known as no-eel birds. These birds were very important for the Hawaiians. This allowed them to find land. If they were 25, 30 miles off the coastline and couldn't see any land, they would follow these birds either to land or also to fresh water. Now these birds do not have an oil gland in their bodies, so they cannot coat their bodies with oil. They have to fly through this little waterfall here just to be able to wash themselves off. If they get too salty, they get all crusty and they will fall into the water. They do not float, so they will drown. So periodically you'll see them flying through the waterfalls like that. Vertical lines going straight up. This is what the Hawaiians call pahoehoe. That is also called a lava extrusion or a lava dike. Now what they would do is they would use some of the stone like Native Americans did for the obsidian, knapping out blades, chisels, tools and weapons. That was before the metal started to come too bulky. Coming up to this little valley coming up, you'll see right as it starts to move in and upward. If you look up there, and that is the Kauai ridge line. Top of that, you're looking at 3,200 feet above sea level right here. Now since you got your cameras on record, keep going. Now we're going to ask a huge favor. As we enter this cave, you're going to stay right where you are. Have a seat for comfort and safety. We will wiggle around a little bit. Captain Mike's going to get us in there. We're going to get a spectacular view of that little island in the middle. Welcome to Open Sea Cave. A lot of people know this as Open Sea Cave. Hawaiians know this as Kauai Mano, altar or shrine to the tiger shark. So this is going to be our second snorkel spot. No, just joking. I'll do a little bit of that. So out here they did a lot of coming of age things, 2 or 4 our sons, whatever, however you want to take that. What a father would do is he would bring his son or sons and put them right on that island. Now a father's role in the household was very, very important. A lot of training, a lot of teaching had to go on. Those are some big shoes to fill. And so parents wanted to make sure that their kids could handle that. What they would do is they would drop, or father would drop his son or sons on that little island, come out to the entrance here and chant an ole, inviting all of his aumakua, the spirit animals. Now we believe that our aumakua are our reincarnated family members, grandmother, grandfather, and so we would encourage them to jump in the water and swim with their aumakua, the animal that they've connected to. So if they were able to firstborn, if you made it, that was nature telling you cut and dry that you were able to fill your father's shoes. If you didn't make it, again, cut and dry, you are not worthy. Secondborn son would be given a bridle, a wooden bridle. He would put it in the shark's mouth. As the shark is chopping down on that bridle, it would lose some of its teeth. Those teeth would later on be harvested and put in his very first war club. He was to become a nakua, a warrior that would protect this entire coastline right here. Any of you watch Chief of War yet? I know it's all in Hawaiian, but they do have subtitles for it. But Chief of War, if you want to see some of the weaponry and some of the boys, water would fill up that entire cave like a blowhole on steroids and just wash right up and over the top. Now we're starting to, that 12 is starting to get higher and higher as we go along the coastline. Mind you, we don't have any other islands protecting us. We do all the protection for the rest of the island chain. So we get the full brunt of force of the storm waves that come down very here. Coming around this corner, guys, we're going to show you another spectacular valley here. A waterfall coming down. Now this area has a couple names. Kauai is one of them. Kauai is the name of the village up above on this little flat plateau. This is where they would raise kalo or taro to make poi. Has anybody ever had poi before? Alright, what do you think? Not bad? Yeah, good stuff. It's a superfood. And then the second name, Kane Bai. So Kane was one of the 4 deities that the Hawaiians worship. Kane was the bringer of life. Without water, no life. And then right out in front at our 12 o'clock, guys, we got the Kane Bai caves. So on the right, we got a sea cave. On the left, the actual lava tube. Now, evidence of that lava tube actually having lava in it at one time, as we enter this area or go check it out, you're going to want to look up and you'll see a lot of the capping from the gas bubbles that were coming out through here. You might see some of the rippling of that as we go along as well. So right around here, you'll start to see all of these rippling here. That lava tube goes back another 20-30 yards. You can see a little green light back there. Back there, you look really good. That's our Starbucks back there. I think you guys get a kick out of that. We could all use a little coffee right now. But there is a little white sandy beach back there during the summer months. It's the only beach you can go to on Kauai, and you don't need any SPF 50. You set up your little Tommy Bahama chair and your umbrella back there, and you wait for the sunset. So really, really cool thing that they would do back in the day as well. And you can do it nowadays. You come out here on your kayak, 30 years. Imagine if your Brita filter took 30 years. Of course, that's a very patient waiting for some water there, but you can imagine the taste of that water being super, super clean and fresh. Some more of those aqueous intrusion lines coming up here. Coming up in a little bit, you guys ever watch the TikTok show Lava Lava? There's over 150 movies made out here. Lava Lava is one of them. If you look to the right hand side and about 2 o'clock, you'll see this little smile with 2 eyes right here. Right up. I just call it a sassy smile right here. That's the Lava Lava. Yeah. Make sure you bring some push in with you. It's a good little movie, but it is kind of sad. Now guys, this little valley that we're showing you, all of the valleys that we showed you, all were inhabited by Hawaiians. This one was not. Now if you look at the sides, you'll see that it was too steep for gardens, too steep for homes, but perfect for burying your loved ones. So, up above on the top end of the cliff there, that's where they would bury all the ali'i, all the chief and the chiefess. How they did that is when a chief or chiefess would pass away, they would cremate the body out on the beach here and do a celebration of life. They would gather those bones, those hair, and the teeth. They believed that their mana was all stored in that. Mana is your spiritual essence. We all have it, but we believe that our kings and queens had a lot more of it. We didn't want anyone taking that mana. It is yours and yours alone. So what they would do is they would gather all that, put it in an ibi, a sacred satchel. Under the cover of night, a kaua, or a servant, would sandy beach. Again, over 150 movies made out here. Indiana Jones, 6 days, 7 nights, tonight, for the 13th, last time, Missing in the Beach, Austin Shaw, Aquaman 2, and recently, his War, filmed out here. Check out this little archway here. This is what Kauai is known for, this beautiful archway. And there you have the Honopu Falls, cascading right behind it. Now, a lot of the movies that we listed, a few of them are really good, and a lot of them are really bad. So one of the bad movies you want to avoid is a movie called Acapulco Gold. They did a really crazy stunt though on that movie, and that's pretty much what it's known for. Everybody just talks about the stunt, not really the movie. But a pilot by the name of Red Johnson was from the right to the left. You'll see this like purplish red area here. That fell down in 1982. And you're going to see this gray red area, gray tall pinnacle area. That fell down in 2016. And then moving to the far right, far left, you can see this gray orange area. That fell down about 6.5 months. Actually, Captain Mark himself and his son are out here. You can see this little bit of this boulder move right here. This big boulder off into the side of the cliff there. We're looking on the cliff line. You guys have to see some signs. Those signs are encouraging you not to camp in the cave. Otherwise, you will forever be a part of the public culture. Not what you want to be known for. Guys, this area, this sandy beach here, is the end of a 12-mile hiking trail. This is the end of the Kalalau Trail. This is Kalalau Beach. So everything we've seen from Kauai Lake out to where we are, all accessible by water. No hiking trail out here. After Kalalau Beach, heading out towards the north side, that is all accessible by hiking trail. And give you that permit to come out onto this trail. The reason for that is there's a lot of historical sites. Also, this trail is not easy. They use Mount Everest as a scale for multi-deck. This is 8.9 to 9.1 on that scale. It is by no means a walk in the park, that's for sure. But I mean, what you get to see and what you get to be a part of, now that is your reward for that arduous journey out here. Now they allow 50 campers per day to be out here. And these guys come from all over the world to be able to come out here and experience. This is naked and afraid on right here. This is the proving ground right here. If you come out here with a nice pass, you can survive for the next 5 days. I think you have a shot at it. Right at the end, you come along with the fires that are up here. These are big things like Mark 26 of the Kalalau Cathedral. Otherwise known as Nakikini Cathedral. Keep your eyes open now. You might see some of the hikers utilizing this trail going in and out. We saw a few people taking off this trail. Now, if you haven't gone to the Mountain Canyon, this might be an opportunity for you to check out why you should do it, especially after this trip today. This is Big Giant Valley. Very, very beautiful valley. It means a lot to Captain Mike, so we're going to hand over the mic to him, and he's going to tell you some history about this beautiful area. Okay. Thank you, Les. give them a big salute. In a word, just you're welcome.